Toni Braxton didn't just carry the mic, she carried her whole family. And now? She's finally telling the truth we've all been suspecting for years. That she wasn't just the bag, she was the backbone. And y'all, it broke her. Emotionally, physically, financially. From the time she was a kid, Toni was forced to grow up fast. She had to perform, provide, protect, while the rest of the family sat front row reaping the benefits. And now? She's done playing nice. Behind the glitz and glam of Braxton family values was a whole storm. Entitlement. Resentment. Secrets. A family so used to leaning on Toni, they forgot she had a breaking point. And what she recently said about Trina and Towanda. Yeah, it's crossing serious lines. We're talking stolen money. Emotional blackmail. And a sister who's now publicly saying, I could have soared higher if I didn't have to carry so much. So buckle up, because what started as sisterhood is unraveling fast. From the outside, Toni Braxton looked like she had it all. The voice. The Grammys. The glow. But behind the awards? She says it flat out, I hated my life. Let's rewind. Back in the 90s, while some of us were still in diapers, Toni was topping the charts. Unbreak My Heart, Breathe Again, she was redefining R&B. But what fans didn't see? Toni wasn't just making hits, she was feeding a whole family. Covering bills, failed business ideas, car notes, rent, all of it. And according to Toni, her own sisters treated her like a walk-in ATM. They wanted the fame, but they expected her to foot the bill. It started back in Severna, Maryland. 6 kids. A gospel-singing mama. A dad always at work. And when her mother had a serious accident, Toni, just a kid herself, was forced to become the caretaker. So when her music career exploded, the vibe at home shifted. Instead of praise, she got pressure. Instead of love, she got invoices. Let's talk specifics. Towanda? Paid to be her assistant. Trina? Allegedly sent invoices just to show up and perform. Meanwhile Tamar? Chaotic or not, she pulled up and helped, no fee, no drama. That's loyalty. And their mom? Toni kept her afloat too. None of my siblings helped me take care of my mother, except for Tamar. She said it herself. The most heartbreaking part? Toni never asked for payback. But what she wanted was peace. And instead, she got silence and shade. By the time Braxton family values took off, it was already messy. Production was chaotic. Sisters mad that Toni and Tamar were getting higher paychecks. Egos clashing. Trust fading. Now here's the part that'll really hit you. Toni Braxton. Sold over 70 million records. 7 Grammy Awards. A voice that could shut down a room. And yet? She was making 35 cents per album. Let that sink in. She wasn't shopping crazy, she was being exploited. The label took the lion's share. She covered her own music videos, styling, staff, travel. All of it. So when she filed for bankruptcy the first time, people didn't understand. Then she sued her label in 1998. And just 8 weeks later? She filed bankruptcy again. And when she went on Oprah to explain what was happening, she expected compassion. But Oprah grilled her. Turned the moment into a PR disaster. Oprah flat out asked, but you overspent, right? Toni looked blindsided. Fans turned on her. Labels pulled back. And behind the scenes? There were whispers that Oprah warned the label before that interview. Toni was humiliated. Publicly. Just when it seemed like she could bounce back. Toni was hit with a diagnosis, lupus. On top of that? Microvascular angina, a heart condition. She was forced to cancel her Las Vegas residency. And guess what? Insurance didn't cover her losses. So again, Toni paid everything out of pocket. The dancers. The crew. The lighting. The theater. Gone. And she filed for bankruptcy a 3rd time. People whispered bad with money. But no one talked about how this woman's health was literally collapsing. Under the weight of everyone else's expectations. By 2011, the Braxton family was on our screens. Braxton family values was messy, entertaining, and painful to watch. Fights, tears, betrayals. Behind the scenes, Toni allegedly walked off set more than once. Why? Because Towanda and Trina were reportedly mad that she and Tamar were being paid more. The same sisters who used her money for decades were now accusing her of being selfish. It was betrayal all over again. This time in HD. Toni later admitted, "I was exhausted. I was tired of being the one holding everything together." Let's talk about Tracy. The sister who was always on the outside looking in. She got pregnant early on, and because of that, she was cut out of early record deals. Toni loved her. But the pain was always there. Tracy had dreams too. But the industry and her own family left her behind. And in 2022, Tracy passed away after a long battle with cancer. Toni was devastated. She said, "I wake up thinking I dreamed it, but I didn't." She's gone. The family never truly healed. The resentment stayed bubbling beneath the surface. And now, with Tracy gone? It's just another reminder that time doesn't wait for reconciliation. Just when it felt like the dust was settling, Tamar dropped a bombshell. She brought Ashley Braxton, Trina's daughter, into the new Braxton show. And that matters, because Ashley's not just another cousin. She's the same one who, at just 16, accused Trina's then-husband of sending inappropriate texts. Ashley came forward. And instead of support? She says she was cut off by Trina. Now Tamar's putting Ashley on the show, and the sisters? Reportedly furious. Filming halted. Contracts in limbo. And it's clear, the Braxtons are more divided than ever. Toni Braxton isn't just a singer. She's a survivor. A woman who gave until there was nothing left. Who sang through heartbreak, bankruptcy, illness, and betrayal. And now? She's saying what so many eldest daughters have silently felt: "I don't want to be the strong one anymore." So the question isn't who's right or wrong. It's who's left. And how much more can one woman take? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Toni's family took advantage of her? Was she enabling them, or just trying to keep them afloat? And if you want the real tea on the Braxton sisters' newest fallout, including that niece drama, click right here for the next deep dive. Because this family feud? It's far from over.